And welcome back to the show, everyone. It's time now for the Horizon Financial Halftime Report, brought to you by Horizon Financial. Connect with us and experience the Horizon difference. As I mentioned at the top of the show this week, I had a chance to chat with the number one college golfer in America who plays at Auburn. His name is JM Butler. He's already had a great win this fall, and I chatted with him and his coach, Nick Clinard, as the Ryder Cup approaches this weekend. All right, joining us on the show tonight, the head men's golf coach at Auburn University, Nick Clinard, and the sophomore sensation, J.M. Butler. Guys, thanks for joining us on the Ryder Cup week. I know it's an exciting week for golf.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And War Eagle.
War Eagle. J.M., let's start with you. Ryder Cup week. Do you watch solely as entertainment, or can you pick up anything? I know you guys have the SEC match play coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's mostly for entertainment. I mean, that's just one of the most entertaining weeks in golf. And I mean, you can always pick up on little things that those guys do, but it's just so competitive and so entertaining. I think that's the main purpose of the Ryder Cup. So it'll be fun to watch for sure.
Yeah. How about it, Coach? Do you try to encourage them to pick up little tips or just watch for fun this week?
I think watching for fun, and I think just watching how competitive they are and how much spirit there is with the team and fighting for their country and fighting for each other. I think there's a lot to learn from that, from a team aspect.
JM, take me back a couple weeks ago. I know that was a big tournament for you at the Maui Gym out in Arizona, a victory and a 54-hole record for Auburn. How much did that mean to you? Take me back to that tournament a little bit and what you thought after you pulled off the victory there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to have that record. I never really thought I would be able to achieve something like that. So it's pretty cool to say. But no, it was just a blessing to win that tournament and to be there with my team, especially. And unfortunately, my parents weren't able to be there, but I know they were cheering me on in spirit. So,
Nick, I know you said after the tournament you weren't surprised with JM's victory. Just talk about him as a player and what you saw when you were recruiting him, and since he's been in Auburn.
Yeah, absolutely. Watching him as a junior player and watching his development over the years, he's a guy that, he just trended the right way. He just kept getting better and better and better every year. He's got a great body for golf. He's tall, he's got long levers, he's athletic. And the most important two things is his work ethic and his mindset. He truly believes it's his destiny to not only play on the PGA Tour, but win on the PGA Tour and play and compete in major championships. And he's willing to put the work in, and his commitment and dedication to his craft is probably unmatched. It's probably as good as I've ever seen at Auburn University. And he's a guy that's going to continue to get better. And you look what he did this summer too. He shot 18 under, and I think it was 18 under. Is that right, Jim? At the state amateur, and he won the Kentucky State Am, and made the second round of the U.S. Amateur match play. And it just doesn't surprise me with all the success because of his work ethic and his ability to think and have positive thought processes while he's out there competing.
Right. You guys have a pretty good full schedule this fall to get better and compete. You're going to go to the Nicholas Cup at Muirfield Village. And as I mentioned, the SEC match play at Shoal Creek, and then down to Orlando to the Tavistock. That's a pretty nice October for Auburn.
It's pretty good. No, they're great golf courses too. I mean, heck, we get a chance to play Muirfield Village and Shoal Creek, and then Isleworth Country Club, which is a gym as well, and great competition. And we're definitely looking forward to the opportunity that Auburn provides us. We're very grateful.
JM, talk about that stretch in October a little bit. What are you hoping to do? Have you set any goals for yourself or for the team? What are y'all thinking?
I'm very excited for the two match play tournaments we have coming up. I think it'll be some great experience with postseason match play stuff, and just trying to get ready for the spring season is what we're basically trying to do.
Just talking about playing those golf courses though, Muirfield Village. Have you ever had a chance to play there? Or
No, that'll be a pretty cool place to play. I mean, we have such a great schedule. We play great courses pretty much every tournament, but Murfield Village will definitely be, up there with the finest courses that we've played in my time here. So.
Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about why you chose Auburn, coming from Louisville. I know Auburn is starting to recruit all over the country now with Coach, but tell me a little bit about why you chose Auburn and what were the deciding factors there?
Well, growing up in Louisville and always wanting to, practice and do whatever I can to get better. It was kind of hard in Louisville to do that in the wintertime with, the temperatures getting below 30 degrees and, having to just struggle out there with the cold temperatures, for 3 or 4 months out of the year. So I knew I wanted to go somewhere south and, get out of that cold winter weather. So I kind of narrowed my choices, below Tennessee, for the weather aspect of it. And then, obviously, if you've ever been to Auburn, the campus is it's so beautiful down here. It's a big college, but it's in a small town, and they have lots of good shops and stuff. And our facilities here at the Jack Key Center are unmatched compared to any other school that I visited. And then the coaches, I just saw that Coach Clinard really had a desire to win a national championship. And, Auburn hasn't won a national championship here. So that was a big thing for me, is that I wanted to be one of the players on the team that was able to break that curse or spell or whatever it is and get their first national championship.
We'll be right back after this from Horizon Financial. I want to take a minute to tell you about Henry Hardy and Horizon Financial, a company built on knowledge, personal service, and integrity. Henry Hardy has over 32 years in financial services. Henry Hardy is a SmartVestor Pro utilizing Dave Ramsey's investing principles, and that tells me a lot. If you're looking for wealth management, retirement planning, call Henry Hardy and Horizon Financial, 251-625-2220, located across from the Eastern Shore Center at 1 Timber Way, Suite 100 in Daphne, Alabama. Securities and investment advisory services offered through SagePoint Financial Incorporated, SPF, member FINRA, SIPC. Working with an advisor who subscribes to the SmartVestor Pro network cannot guarantee investment success or that financial goals will be achieved. Advisors pay a fee to belong to the SmartVestor Pro program. Dave Ramsey and the Dave Ramsey SmartVestor Pro program are not affiliated with SagePoint Financial Incorporated and are not sponsored or endorsed by SagePoint Financial Incorporated. Now back to our conversation with the number one golfer in college golf, JM Butler, and Auburn men's head golf coach, Nick Clinard. You lost a lot of players from last year, a lot of seniors. JM will kind of be one of the leaders this fall and next spring. What are you thinking heading into the SEC and that, like he mentioned, the national championship? How good can Auburn be next spring?
That's a great question. Right now we're taking it tournament by tournament and we're trying to improve. We got a young nucleus, a young group of guys. We don't have any seniors this year. As I've told the guys, we got great connectivity. We have a great vision. It's a very shared vision. We got great leadership on this team. We got a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and it's just a matter of the right mindset and the right work ethic, combining with all that skill and that youth. But it's been a joy so far to coach. That's no disrespect to last year's team and all the seniors that made this place great, but having such a close-knit group and having that connectivity, I just think that equals more commitment. And I think we got a chance to be really, really good. I think we're ranked, the new poll came out today, we're ranked 9th in the country. And JM's the number one ranked player in the country as well. And, we have an opportunity to do some stuff that's that to be very successful this year, and we're excited about next spring. And I'd roll in the SECs and the NCAA. It's a long ways from now, but I will say this. That's why we're here at Auburn. We're here to get an education, and we're here to compete for championships.
JM, a little bit on the PGA Tour. How long? I know kids think about that all the time when they're growing up, but how long have you thought about that? And did you have any guys that you looked up to in Louisville, or was it outside of that on the PGA Tour?
I don't know. I always looked up to my dad growing up. He never played on the PGA Tour, but he played for the University of Kentucky. I guess I looked up to Justin Thomas a little bit, even though it was kind of like a rivalry there. Um, but yeah, I mean, my goal my whole life has just been to play on the PGA Tour and compete with the best players in the world. And I feel like, I'm doing that collegiately here at Auburn, competing against some of the best players in college golf. As you all said, I was ranked #1, but we also have some of the best players in college golf here with Alex Vogelsong. He's shooting 38 under par and qualifying for 6 rounds, which is just unheard of. And guys like CJ Easley and young guys like Evan Vo, and I mean the potential for this team is just like the sky's the limit. I'm just so excited for this year and this spring, and I think we have a really good chance to make a run at this thing.